And as usual, we are live. What is up, everyone? Welcome to the HackSmarter Twitch channel or my YouTube channel if you're watching this after the fact. My name is Tyler. I get to be our host, and we will stumble through this together. So if this is one of your first times watching me, good to have you here. If it's not, good to have you here either ways. A special shout out to S-Brand. He's been on, I think, every single one so far, so it's good having you hanging out with me. And as usual, guys, as I work through this, I have not looked at the challenge. I have not prepped at all, so I'm sure I will make silly mistakes, just like I've done, I think, every single night so far. Hopefully, you learned something from my mistakes. Hopefully, I learned something from my mistakes, and our goal at the end is to walk away saying, hey, we learned something different. So if we accomplish that goal, then I consider this time together a win. Now, before we dive into it, one real quick announcement. Tonight will be the last night I'm streaming for at least a few days. I sit finally for the OSCP on Thursday. So tomorrow night, I'm going to go to bed early so I can wake up early and get ready for that exam. It's a 48-hour test, 24 hours for the exam, 24 hours to write the report. Hopefully, I will be back live on Twitch with you guys on Saturday night, depending on how sleep deprived I am. So just know it'll be a few days after today until I'm back on. But I believe my friend Nate will be on here those days, and he will be streaming the challenges. So make sure you come back. We'll still be streaming. It just won't be me as the talking head when we stream the next couple of days. But with that being said, let's go ahead and share my screen. There we go. We got Parrot OS as usual. Let's open up TryHackMe. Why does Numlock keep saying that? Here. You want it on? There. And thank you, S-Brand, over on Twitch chat. By the way, for those of you who watch this on YouTube, it is good to have you, but it's much cooler to join us live. Then you can chat and interact. But S-Brand over on Twitch said, good luck with your test, man. I hope you do great. Thank you. I appreciate it. I wonder if I can get the chat overlaid on this screen. 1 second, I'm gonna try something. If I pull up chat, I want to experiment with something live on stream. Oh, I pull up chat and it's just broken. I don't know if you can see it. This is all it shows me. That's cool. Apparently that doesn't work. What if I do, you just close a dockable window. I wish I could show chat on the stream so people on YouTube can see the chat, but I don't think I can. Oh. Hey. There it is, but I bet if I click up here, it goes away. Yeah, it does. Oh, well, we won't worry about that. Let's dig into TryHackMe and see what our challenge is today. I heard on Discord that TryHackMe has some issues with people's progress being reset. I think they have it fixed now. We'll see if our progress is reset. If it is, I don't really care. It'll be fine. My progress is recorded on YouTube. Let's see if it's fixed. Nope, must be fixed. All right, day 6. We have a note from TryHackMe. Oh, I see. Let's start our machine. And they said, if your progress in the room appears to have reset, please worry, we're not giving you any prizes. Oh, no, I don't want the attack box. No, terminate. Do I have to use the attack box for this challenge? Oh, it's phishing. I'm going to glance, one thing, guys, I'm going to glance down here, see if I need the attack box. Let's go down to the challenge here. Click on the start machine. The machine will start in split screen. Aw. I think we have to use the attack box for this. That's fine. I guess I will start it then. So let's start a machine up. And while that starts up, they're just saying, hey, if you lost your progress, don't worry, we're going to fix it. Can I make, if I exit split view, will that make it full screen? Whoops. Show split view. Can I could have swore you can make this full screen. Oh, well. We'll work our way through it. What up, Check02X? Welcome back. Looks like we have to use the attack box for this challenge, but that's fine. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. There we go. Oh, if I wait for it to load first, S-Brand saying over it in Twitch chat, I can make it full screen. So we'll do the challenge full screen once attack box is done loading. All right, let's dive into the story. Elf McBlue found an email activity while analyzing the log files. It looks like everything started with in email, as cyber attacks usually do. Learning objectives, learn what email analysis is and why it still matters. Learn the email header sections. Learn the essential questions to ask in email analysis. Learn how to use email header sections to evaluate an email. Learn to use additional tools to discover email attachments and conduct further analysis. And help the ELF team investigate the suspicious email received. This actually sounds like a lot of fun. What is email analysis? Well, email analysis is the process of extracting the email header information to expose the email file details. The email header contains the technical details of the email like sender, recipient, path, return address, and attachments. Usually, these details are enough to determine if there is something suspicious or abnormal in the email and decide on further actions on the email like filtering, quarantining, or delivering. This process can be done manually and with the help of tools. There are two main concerns in email analysis. The first is security issues, identifying suspicious, abnormal, and malicious patterns in emails. And the second is performance issues, identifying delivery and delay issues in emails. In this task, we will focus on security concerns on emails, aka phishing. All right, get your phishing poll ready. Before focusing on the hands-on email analysis, you will need to be familiar with the terms social engineering and phishing. Let's pause here. Let's see if this works. I am running a VM inside of a VM, so that's pretty cool. I wonder if I'll have any performance issues. I don't have a mouse. My mouse is broken. Just want to test this out. See if I need to open this like in my host machine. Yeah, I feel like this would be a lot better if I do it on my actual Windows host. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to actually close this out on here. Sorry, guys. This is what happens when I don't prep what I'm doing. I just assumed I could use Parrot. I'm going to open it on my actual Windows host machine here. I just feel like the attack box is going to be a lot smoother this way. I think it should already be loaded, and then we'll see if I have a mouse. Can I view it in full screen already? Connecting. Okay, yeah. So you notice it's already a lot smoother this way than when I was doing it in a VM within a VM, which makes sense. So that's fine. Now we can exit split view. Now we have it pulled up there. Let's allow that. Okay. Now we're good. Now we are in business. Let's keep moving through here. I'll zoom in so you guys can see it. All right, social engineering. Social engineering is the psychological manipulation of people into performing or divulging information by exploiting weaknesses in human nature. These weaknesses can be curiosity, jealousy, greed, kindness, and willingness to help someone. Phishing. Phishing is a subsection of social engineering delivered through email to trick someone into either revealing personal information and credentials or executing malicious code on their computer. Phishing emails will usually appear to come from a trusted source, whether that's a person or a business. They include content that tries to tempt or trick people into downloading software, opening attachments, or following links to a bogus website. You can find more information on phishing by completing the phishing module, which I believe I completed this. Let's check. Oh, I apparently did everything but the last one. I remember really enjoying this module. So if you haven't done it, check it out. I thought it was well done. Does the email analysis still matter? Yes. Various academic research and technical reports highlight that phishing attacks are still extremely common, effective, and difficult to detect, right? The weakest link in your cybersecurity plan in your org is always going to be the people. It is also part of penetration testing and red teaming implementations, paid security assessments that examine organizational cybersecurity. That's what I do. Therefore, email analysis competency is still an important skill to have. Today, various tools and technologies ease and speed up email analysis. Still, a skilled analyst should know how to conduct a manual analysis when there is no budget for automated solutions. It is also a good skill for individuals and non-security IT people. Heck yeah. Important note, in-depth analysis requires an isolated environment to work. It is only suggested to download and upload the received emails and attachments if you are in the authorized team and have an isolated environment. And one resource I'll plug for this is Matt Kiley, his course through TCM Security, Practical Malware Analysis. He teaches you how to set up this isolated environment for malware analysis and detonating malware. I remember our first task is we detonated ransomware inside of it, and it was cool how it was all set up. So if you're interested in that more, check out Matt Kiley's course, Practical Malware Analysis, also known as Husky Hacks. He's the guy who sang a few days ago on TryHackMe. Suppose you are outside the corresponding team or regular user. In that case, you can evaluate the email header using the raw format and conduct the essential checks like the sender, recipient, spam score, and server information. Remember that you have to inform the corresponding team afterwards. How to analyze emails. Well, before learning how to conduct an email analysis, you need to know the structure of an email header. Let's quickly review, I cannot talk, the email header structure. From the sender's address to the receiver's address, including CC and BCC, blind carbon copy, date, timestamp when the email was sent, subject, the subject of the email, return path, the return address of the reply, aka reply to, domain key and DKIM signatures. Email signatures are provided by email services to identify and authenticate emails. SPF shows a server that was used to send the email. It will help to understand if the actual server is used to send the email from a specific domain. Message ID, the unique ID of the email, the MIME version, guys that make boxes, dad joke, boom, boom, ch. It will help you understand the delivered non-text contents and attachments. X headers. The receiver mail providers usually add these fields. Provided info is usually experimental and can be different according to the mail provider. X received, mail servers that the email went through. X spam status, spam score of the email. And X mailer, email client name. Important email header fields for quick analysis. Analyzing multiple header fields can be confusing at first glance, but starting from the key points will make the analysis process slightly easier. A simple process of email analysis is shown below. All right, questions to ask and evaluation. Do the from, to, and CC fields contain valid addresses? Having invalid addresses is a red flag. Do the from and to fields are the same? Okay, we have a grammar vulnerability there. Having the same sender and recipient is a red flag. Do the from and return path fields are the same? Okay, we have some grammar issues here, TryHackMe. That's fine. Having different values in these sections is a red flag. Was the email sent from the correct server? Email should have come from the official mail servers of the sender. Does the message ID field exist, and is it valid? Empty and malformed values are red flags. Do the hyperlinks redirect to suspicious or abnormal sites? Suspicious links and redirections are red flags. And do the attachments consist of or contain malware? Suspicious attachments should always be opened by the end user, right? File hashes marked as suspicious or malicious by sandboxes are, as you can imagine, a red flag. You also need an email header parser tool or configure a text editor to highlight and spot the email header details easily. The difference between the raw and parsed views of the email header is shown below. Note, the below examples demonstrate with the tool Sublime Text. I learned about that tool through the great John Hammond. The tool is configured and ready for task usage in the given VM. So you can see raw text, and here's the stuff in Sublime Text. You can use Sublime Text to view email files without opening and executing any of the linked attachments or commands. You can view the email file in the text editor using two approaches. Right-click on the sample and open it with Sublime Text. Open Sublime Text and drag and drop the sample into the text editor. Cool. If your file has a .eml or a .msg extension, the Sublime Text will automatically detect the structure and highlight the header fields for ease of readability. Note that if you are using a .text or any other extension, you will need to manually select the highlighting format by using the button located at the lower right corner. So we change that to email header. Text editors are helpful in analysis, but there are some tools that can help you view the email details in a clear format. In this task, we will use the EML Analyzer tool to view the body of the email and analyze the attachments. The EML Analyzer is a tool designed to parse email headers for a better view and analysis process. The tool is ready to use in the given VM. The tool can show the headers, body, embedded URLs, plain text, and HTML data and attachments. The sample usage query is explained below. Lots of tables today. EML Analyzer. Main command, -I is the file to analyze, so -I, we're going to have our file name. Header is show header, U is URLs, text is show clear text, and extract all is extract attachments as opposed to further analysis. Simple usage is shown below. Now use the given sample and execute the given command. So let's look at this. We have the main command here, -I. We're specifying the file here. We're looking for headers, the HTML, the URLs, the text, and extract all attachments is what is going on here. Very cool. At this point, you should have completed the following checks. Are we supposed to do this? I mean, we can. Why not? I'll just copy this for ease of use, since I don't have two screens when you guys are hanging out with me. Oh yeah, there it is. So if we open up our terminal and paste that in like that, no such file or directory. Home Ubuntu. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. What? No such file, urgent, EML, urgent. What's it look like here? Oh. There we go. It's in our desktop. That's my issue. So let's do that again. There we go. Let's just see what this looks like. Can I make my preferences, file, edit, profile preferences maybe? Can I make my font a little bit bigger for you guys watching on stream? Let's try that. There we go. Let's glance at this. So we ran our command. We see urgent. Blue section is down. Switch to the load share plan. It's from the chief elf at santaclaus.thm. We have our MIME version, our content type. Our to is to elves.all at Santa Claus. We have a document attached, a .doc attached to it, which a .doc can contain malicious stuff. A malicious macro. .doc is an older version. docx is kind of what you're looking for. .doc, I believe, is Microsoft Word 2003, which you can embed macros in. We have our message ID. Our spam score is 3. We received it from mail.santaclausthm by mail Santa Claus THM. 2 was elves, return path, Murphy evident. Oh, look at that. This is Bandit Yeti. We have this is kind of a sign. We have Bandit Yeti as a sign. Our attachment there, that's a .doc is assigned to me. No URLs found. Our HTML is, dear elves, due to technical problems in the blue section of our toy factory, we are having difficulties preparing some toys. There are a few days left to Christmas, so we need to use time efficiently to prepare every wish list we receive. Due to that, the blue section's workload is shared with the rest to avoid any toy production delay. The detailed division of labor is included in the attached document. Good luck to you all. Ooh, isn't that interesting? So if we do ls, and we have, if we go cd-eml there's that. If we do strings on that piece, is strings on here? Okay, so strings allows you to pull some stuff out of here. I'm sure they're going to teach us some of this, but if I do strings here, I told you guys this is a 2003 document. It looks like we do have some macros in here. If we glance through here, we have this new macros, project, some version information here. We have, so here's what's going on. If I'm reading this macro correctly, it is this DLL, MS Word, OLB. I think that's standard stuff, but we have something to execute when this document auto opens. We're running some macros. Let's scroll up here. We have a payload, right? I see decoded payload here. Shell object, create object. They're creating some type of shell. Very, very tricky by that Yeti spaghetti, whatever the thing is, team. I bet we'll go through some of that, but that's what I noticed initially running strings on this file. At this point, you should have completed the following checks: sender and recipient controls, return path control, email server, etc., etc. Additionally, you can use some open source intelligent tools to check email reputation and enrich the findings. Visit the given site below and do a reputation check on the sender address and the address found in the return file. Well, let's go ahead and do that. And if we pull this up, whoops, did I already? Did I clear my terminal? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, so our sender is received from mail.santaclaus. Well, here's our return path. Here's delivered to. For the sender, is it Chief Elf? Is that what we're thinking? Or the mail server? Which one they want? Email reputation. Visit the given site below and do a reputation check on the sender address and the address found in the path. Well, let's go ahead and try this. Let's try Chief Blue first. Search. Suspicious. The domain is valid, but it doesn't have a valid MX record. This email address is not deliverable, and the domain has a low reputation. We have not observed this email address on the internet and has no profiles on major services like LinkedIn, Facebook, and iCloud. A lack of digital presence may simply indicate a new email address, but it is suspicious. The APT group is after us. Okay, which one was to check? This one maybe? Search. Invalid email. Well, yeah, it's not an email. I don't know what other ones we're supposed to check. We could check Elves all. Well, we have Murphy here, right? Murphy seems pretty suspicious considering he's at bandityeti.thm. Let's see what comes up for him. Suspicious. Yeah, I could have told you that. Okay, cool. Simple email reputation here. If you find any suspicious URLs and IP addresses, consider using some OSINT tools for further investigation. While we will focus on using virustotal and Inquest, having similar and alternative services in the analyst toolbox is worthwhile and advantageous. So virustotal, that's the one we use in the malware analysis course with Matt Kiley. Cool stuff. It provides cloud-based detection toolset and sandbox environment. Inquest, a service, provides network and file analysis by using threat analytics. IPinfo.io, a service that provides detailed information about an IP address by focusing on geolocation data and service provider. Talos Reputation, an IP reputation check service, is provided by Cisco Talos, whatever you say. I've used that before. I've used VirusTotal. I believe I've used this one too. A service that analyzes websites by simulating regular user behavior. Browserling, a browser sandbox, is used to test suspicious and malicious links. WannaBrowser, a browser sandbox, is used to test suspicious and malicious links. After completing the mentioned initial checks, you can continue with body and attachment analysis. Now, let's focus on analyzing the email body and attachments. The sample doesn't have URLs, only an attachment. You need to compute the value of the file to conduct file-based reputation checks and further your analysis. As shown below, you can use the SHA-256 sum tool utility to calculate the file's hash value. Remember to navigate to the file's location before attempting to calculate the file's hash value. Well, let's go ahead and do that together, shall we? All right, let's just grab this beast. So scrolling. And division of labor. There it is. And I bet it's going to have us put this beast in the VirusTotal. Let's do it. Let's check it out. And if we do, I believe it'd be search. Yeah, search. Like that. Uh-oh. 33 security vendors and one sandbox flagged this file as malicious. Oh, I bet this is why they're not having you do it on your own VM, just in case you accidentally actually fire this off. I'm sure it's pretty harmless, but we can see that macro that I saw running strings, that's what it is detecting here. Run file, macros, call, WMI, spreader. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. If we click details, we can see it's the MS Word document. If we look down here, here's some of the names of it. yo.doc, xyz.doc, file.doc, relations, behavior. So it flags it as malware. It's an embedded VBA macro with suspicious strings. The document contains a VBA macro which executes code when the document is open and closed. We saw that when we ran strings on it. Contains embedded VBA macros. It creates files inside the user directory. Okay, reads any files that are dropped. So it's dropping these different links, it looks like. Set some registry keys, run some processes. Okay, it'd be kind of cool to fire this up in my little malware analysis box and we could watch it go down, but we won't do that today. Once you get to some of the file, you can go for further analysis using virustotal, which we already did. After that, continue on the reputation check on Inquest to enrich the gathered data. Okay. I don't think I've ever used Inquest, so let's check out Inquest. Ooh. That makes me look like a hacker, doesn't it? Indicator lookup. Lookup. Ooh, I found it. Malicious. Subcategory macro hunter. They have a 1% chance that's not malicious. Heuristic type stuff. Oh, and it shows us the payload right here. Obviously, VB name. It's an encoded payload. You know, we can't read it very well. It's connecting all these things together. And then the decode payload is replacing the underscores with, well, nothing. So if you just take out the underscores, you'll be able to see the decoded payload. Set shell object. We're creating an object W script shell. And then we are running that with the decoded payload. And then we have this stuff, this document, normal, this document. Very cool. We're executing stuff. More of our payload. When auto open, so when the document's open, it's going to run it. Cool. Now visit the tool website, and okay, we did that. After finishing the shown steps, you are finished initial email analysis. After finishing the shown steps, you are finished with, I'm going to add a with for TryHackMe initial email analysis. The next steps are creating a report of findings and informing the team members or manager in the appropriate format. Now is the time to put what we've learned into practice. Click on the Start Machine button at the top of the task to launch the virtual machine. The machine will start in split screen view in case the VM is not visible. Use the blue Show Split View button at the top right of the page now. Back to Elf Mix Yeti analyzing the suspicious email that might have helped the bandit Yeti infiltrate Santa's network. Okay. Important notes. Given email contains malicious attachment. Never interact with unknown email attachments outside of an isolated environment. All right. What is the email address of the sender? Okay. So questions we've already kind of answered and looked at. If we scroll all the way up, my mouse does not want to work. Okay. What is the email address of the sender? Are they talking about Chief Elf or Murphy Evident? What is the email address? CHIEF. I think it's Murphy Evident. Yeah, I think that's who they're asking about. Copy that. What? Maybe it's Chief Elf? There we go. What is the return address? And that, I think, is what I was trying to do, is the return address right here is what I was copying initially. Let's grab that. Drop it in there. On whose behalf was the email sent? So it was sent on behalf of... was it Santa or something? Dear elves, blah, blah, we're having difficulties. Left Christmas, we need this. Who is it sent on behalf of? Chief Elf, right? What is the X spam score 3, if my memory serves me correct? What is hidden in the value of the message ID field? Message ID, it's a base 64. So there's a lot of ways you can do this. You can do it in the terminal, or you can just type base 64 decode, or you can go to cyberchef.io and decode it there. It's not really a wrong way to do it. And there's our hidden message. Visit the email reputation check website providing the task. What is the reputation result of the sender's email address? Well, bad. I don't know what it was. The email reputation check. I don't remember what specific website they had us do that on. S-Brand asked a question over in Twitch. How do you know that was base 64 by looking at it? That's a good question. So the reason I know that is base 64 almost always ends with this double equal sign. And when you see that double equal sign, you can be pretty confident it's probably a base 64 encoded string. We might even be able to encode stuff. So if we go to base 64 encode, and I say, hello, S-Brand, you see we have at least one equal sign there. So double equal sign or one equal sign, you can be pretty confident that it's going to be base 64. Well, that one's not. But most of the time, depending on the amount of characters, there we go, we got double equal score, it's going to be base 64 encoded. So I just know that because I've seen base 64 encoding enough times. Email reputation check. I don't remember which website it wanted us to do that on, but I know there was a few. We probably have to use the exact one they want us to use. Was it email rep? I think so. Yeah, that's the right one. Visit the email reputation check. What is the reputation result of the sender's email address? Search. Really? All right, you guys want to play that game? Fine. Hopefully it's not based on IP. I have to connect to a VPN or something. And if we minimize this, grab Chief Elf, open this back up. All right. Make me do it the hard way. That's fine. Well, I think it's in there. Open VPN, Tenebrae 93 OVPN. Turn my desktop sound down for you guys. Okay, now will you let me do it? Oh my goodness. Are you really gonna not let me do this task? If anyone has the answer, feel free to tell me. So I'm guessing I have to get it directly from this website. Too many requests. Dumb. S-Brand says risky. Okay. That's a little bit silly. I mean, I could sign up for a free API key here. Contact us for a higher rate limit. No. I don't want to. All right, there we go. Check the attachment. What is the file name of the attachment? Well, the file name of the attachment is division of labor, blah, blah, blah. Just grab that beast. What is the hash value of the attachment? I think I still have that. At least SHA-256. I guess I don't know if it wants MD5 or SHA-256. I'm going to guess SHA-256. Visit the virustotal website and use the hash value to search. Navigate to the behavior section. What is the second tactic mark in the MITRE attack section? I'm not a robot. Oh my, I got to do traffic lights now? What is going on? Why does it not like me? I'm just getting rate limited by this stuff. Don't have any VPNs or anything running. Okay. What was I looking at? Visit the VirusTotal website, use the hash value, navigate to the behavior section, and we're looking for MITRE attack framework. Okay, so if we go to behavior, and if we scroll down to MITRE attack framework, what was the second? What is the second tactic marked in the MITRE attack section? MITRE attack section tactic, second tactic marked. Oh, masquerading maybe? Defense evasion? Maybe it's defense evasion. Visit the Inquest website and use the hash value to search. What is the subcategory of the file? Macro Hunter. Boom. We are complete with day 6. Guys, thank you again for hanging out with me this evening. Once again, for those of you who are gone in the beginning, I am taking the OSCP on Thursday, and tomorrow I will not be streaming because I'm going to go to bed early, make sure I get a good night's rest. The OSCP is a 48-hour test. I got 24 hours to hack. Oh, let's see how many machines. We have an AD environment that has a web server, I believe a client, and a domain controller, so that's 3, and then 3 standalone machines. So I got 24 hours to take down 6 machines, another 24 hours afterwards to write a report. I will hopefully be live again on Saturday night, depending how sleep deprived I am, but I do believe my friend Nate will be here on the HackSmarter Twitch channel the next couple of nights, holding down the fort, continuing to work through these challenges. Otherwise, guys, I will be back. Hopefully, I'll be back OSCP certified. That is my goal. That is my plan. Hopefully I get it. But guys, thank you for hanging out with me for the past 6 days. I will be back to keep doing these challenges. And next time I'm back, we might have to do a makeup just so I can complete all the days. And I'll stumble through multiple days as I work my way through it. But thank you guys for hanging out. I will catch you guys in a few days. See ya.